Okay, so we're on YouTube also, but I'm going to have Scott's help to make it where I can show the sponsors. Okay, it's cool outside. In fact, it is 32 degrees, going to get up to 51. No rain today, but rain 70% tomorrow and 70% on Sunday. Next Saturday, it shows it's going to get to 61 degrees, partly cloudy. So, that's where we stand on everything as of this Friday morning. We are 7 days away. No, today is the 6th. 8 days away from the giveaway. Chad is in. Brittany's in. Greg and Don are in. And I'm in. Okay, so tomorrow is the interview with Rusty Arnold, who's the brother of Rachel, one of the 3 missing girls. That interview starts at 9, and it's going to run for 2 hours. There's no other guests that are going to be allowed in the studio here, and I do not know if Rusty will answer any questions that come up on the screen, but he'll have a monitor right in front of him. So that ought to be a very interesting interview. The 23rd of this month marks the 50th anniversary for the disappearance of those 3 girls. James is in, John's in. So if you are not on Fort Worth Memories, you can catch it on the Unsolved Missing Cold Case Mysteries Fort Worth site, or you can watch it on Larry O'Neill Live Videos, or you can watch it on YouTube at Fort Worth Memories. And also the 3 missing, let me see how that is. Rusty's group is, hold on. Your groups, I think it's 3 missing girls. I guess that's it. I'm in so many groups I can't. Missing Fort Worth Trio. Thank you. I don't know what I'd do without you. Missing Fort Worth Trio. So we should have a big audience. I can tell you that on the posts that I've made on our groups, there's been over 100,000 people that have watched it, liked it, or that said they're going to watch it. Not everybody commented, but one of the original posts I made has been seen by, let me see here, I think it's 44,000 people, and then several other posts. Adds up to over 100,000 of y'all. And of course, well, here it is. That's one that was just done 2 hours ago. This is 5 days ago. 43,900 people, good morning, Kenneth, have looked at that post. So yeah, We expect a big crowd. It's hard to believe that there's never been any. How 3 young girls can go missing and never hear nothing from them again. Rosalind, Renee Stewart. So anyway, Rusty Arnold will be on live with us tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And like I say, it's a 2-hour interview. So I'm basically just going to introduce him and then let him tell the story. He's lived it for almost 50 years. I still find that, it's the Carla Walker case finally was solved after 40-something years. But I think they had DNA and stuff on that case. That's how he got caught, wasn't it? I don't think Rusty told me on the phone the other day, there's nothing on that letter. That's the only piece of evidence I think there is. Our Cleburne group, Larry, we don't have any questions today. We're going to tune in tomorrow for the interview with Rusty. Okay? So, Brittany, no questions today, and let's see, they're at, gosh, I lost it again. Tell me where they stand. Because I don't have a clue. I think they're at 10 bikes and 40 toys. They're on the YouTube. 10 bikes and 40 toys, yeah. It's not too late to participate in the 38th annual bike giveaway, Larry's Kids. You can go shopping, you can make a donation, you can come by here and bring us the stuff or whatever. My older sister went to school with Julie Mosley. Oh, okay. Wow. So I have heard from several people that went to school with one of the 3, basically with all 3 of them. That's just a mind-baffling case. So it'll be interesting. I've never really understood the cars that were in Benbrook Lake. I don't know. That just happened, a couple of 2 or 3 years ago, or maybe earlier or later than that. What was the significance? What was that car supposed to have? And how did they find out about those cars? That's what I'd like to hear. They drug up, they had divers dive into Benbrook Lake at a certain area, and they drug up some cars, I believe 3 of them, or 2 or 3 of them. How did they even find out about those cars? This wasn't something that they knew about in 1974 because they didn't even talk about it. That just happened recently. So I'd like to know what was the clue that got Rusty and them to believe that, were they supposed to have the bodies in those cars? I don't know. Good morning, Sandy. Terry's in. So, like I say, that's the only, basically, besides that pulling the cars up from Benbrook Lake, this case has kind of gone dormant for many, many years. Because after it happened, it was on everybody's mind forever. And people were trying to search out clues. They had private detectives and the police and the families. And I just don't think there's ever been really any evidence. I mean, all they've got, I think, is that letter. And there's been questioned whether one of the girls wrote that letter or somebody else wrote that letter to throw the police off or something. Because it basically said we went to Houston, we know we're going to get in trouble, but we'll be back in a few days or a week or so. And some say it was postmarked from Throckmorton, Texas. I've heard it was postmarked from Azle. That you couldn't read the stamp thing that the post office puts on it, not a lickable stamp, a rubber stamp. So I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow in about 26 hours or so. Okay, so make sure that y'all, Sandy, I've figured out how we're going to do this toy problem, or it's not, never has been a problem, but some folks took advantage of it. You and the Silver Sisters and Sherry are going to be the responsible parties for giving the toys out. If you want to add some people to that group, you can do it. But I'm going to tell everybody else that y'all have got the toys. And then that way there's no issue. And I'll send that to Sherry also, telling her. So like I say, if y'all want to add some people, there's going to be a ton of people there. So I don't know how many of the Silver Sisters are going to be there, but if there's like 3 of y'all and Sherry, that's 4. I don't know if that's enough. You might want to use Tino or one of the regulars to help you. The way the setup is, there's going to be 4 lanes. In between each 2 lanes, if you can visualize this, is going to be a supply of inventory, which is bikes, toys, and helmets. So this way, we're going to have to also coordinate with the people that first address the people when they come up in cars. We'll have Bill Palmer is usually the guy that leads that. We'll have 4 people, or probably more than 4, that are asking boy or girl for a bike, and I don't know how all that's going to work here yet. We used to write it with a kind of a marker on the window so that the people that were giving out bikes, helmets, and toys could read what we need for that individual car. We'll just have to play all that by ear come next Saturday morning. But it'll all work out. There's no problem. But that way we won't have that. And we're going to move those toys up from the back to the middle. In fact, I'd just soon have the toys at the very first. When they first come up and they're in line and they come up to start getting their stuff, I'd rather give the toys then. If there's 2 toys per car, it's just however many toys we end up with. But I imagine it's going to be at least two toys. So I think each car will get 1 bike, 1 helmet, and 2 toys. And we've got people are asking, do you have littler bikes? We've got tricycles, little bikes, big bikes, teenager bikes, adult bikes. We got plenty of bikes. Tuesday afternoon, we're going to Lockheed and pick up from the big union out there, the International Aerospace and Machinists Union. This is their 5th year with us. So, yeah. So anyway, that's good. We won't have to worry about the toys. Y'all have got that. And then we'll have, hopefully, enough volunteers and to also give other volunteers a break, because that's not an easy task, picking those bikes up and putting them in the trunks or in the back of a truck or whatever. That gets pretty heavy on your arms and stuff. So we'll need plenty of volunteers to help spell somebody, give them a break. The restroom facilities will be open to the volunteers at Billingsley Fieldhouse. Fort Worth ISD will have one or two people there. They always do, to let us in. Also, Sandy, I don't know if you saw it yesterday, but somebody went on there and said Basham Foods, BASHAM, is you can buy tamales $5 a dozen. We need to check that out. If you can get with Sherry or whatever. There's no lunch tomorrow. I've got too much going on. We got to pick up bikes from another business. I've got that interview from 9 to 11, and then I got to hightail it out of here, and we're going to go start picking up bikes. So there's no luncheon tomorrow, and there's no luncheon naturally next Saturday. At lunch next Saturday, y'all all will probably be back home in your bed, worn out. So anyway, it's the 38th annual bike giveaway, first year for the nonprofit Larry's Kids. Going into this year, I have given away 18,430 bikes, exactly. So we're going to get close to 20,000, within a few hundred. That's a lot of kiddos. I had a lady that came by here on Tuesday. I wanted to do a live video with her, but she didn't want to. She was one of the first recipients of my bike giveaway when I was at 1015 West 7th next to the Firestone. She couldn't remember, but I think it was the third year we talked about different things. It was not the first couple of years, it was TCU football players and first responders. The third year, she remembered a certain group of people handing out the bicycles. There was no helmets or toys back then. And I think that was the third year. So it's probably 89 or 90. So anyway, I'm looking forward to the interview with Rusty, and we'll see where we go from there. I need Scott to come on so he can set up the... Let me see if I can get him on the phone. Where is Scott? I need to sometime redo these phones. Okay, so he will call. Anyway, so we got the next few days are going to be important to all of us, important to a lot of people. We should have a real good turnout of volunteers. I've talked to a lot of people that are going to come and help us out. We still need to pick up a lot of toys in here and helmets. We've got plenty of helmets. If you're just now getting ready to go shopping this weekend or something, don't worry about bikes, don't worry about helmets. Toys, we need toys. 2,000 of them. If we get 2,000, I think we probably got 1,000. That would give us 3,000. We could probably give 3 toys or get close to 3 toys per car. We'll just have to see how all that works out. Where's TCU playing this week? Has anybody got any idea? I mean, we're not having a luncheon, so it doesn't matter. But I was just wondering, when do they quit playing? TCU football. They might be finished. Is it over? November 30th. I guess they're done playing. Let me add to it. Yeah, they're done, I guess. So we don't have to worry about TCU football. Cowboys play Monday night. Scott should have guessed the score up and running on the Facebook page. I mean, on the website. Let me see if it's up and running. You just go to fortworthmemories.com. I can get my fingers to work. Okay. Guess the score. No, it's still on the New York Giants deal. So he'll have to update to guess the score. But we've got, good morning, Brenda. Steve's in. We've got until Monday night, but we'll have it up today or tomorrow. I'm sure he'll have it up today. What else do we need? If you're planning on bringing food, if you're a volunteer and you want to bring something, we're trying to get the image of tamales. Those tamales, if we get them from Basham, somebody's going to have to, I guess, throw them in a microwave or something. Sandy, if you could check that out and see, tell me what we need to do, and we'll send over there, get some money together and send over there and buy 10 dozen or 20 dozen. 10 dozen would be what? 20 dozen would be $100. So somebody wants to make a donation, we're going to buy some of those tamales. Those, they say, will stay warm in an ice chest. Sounds weird. I had a lady yesterday that asked me about the piano that's in the museum. That was the personal piano of Papa T. Calhoun, Fred T. Calhoun. He was the first piano player to play with a string band anywhere. He played with Milton Brown, Bob Wills, but it's here. No telling who all's played on that piano. It's probably some pretty famous artists from back in the days. Anybody got any questions about the giveaway or the, while we're waiting on Scott, or the interview tomorrow? I've had some people say that they were blocked from Memories and they can't get back on, yada, yada, yada. If you were blocked from the Memories group, it's because you violated a rule. I mean, it's just like any group. There's been a lot of people blocked over the last 10 or 11 years, but you can go on YouTube at Fort Worth Memories and watch it there. You can go on the private group of Rusty's, which is Missing Fort Worth Trio. And I saw on that site this morning, I saw a video, a new video that was just released. Missing Fort Worth Trio. And it's by Connor Dean Smith. What most likely happened to the Fort Worth Trio? It's a good video. Y'all ought to look at it. It's Missing Fort Worth Trio. The Missing Fort Worth Trio group, it's also a private group. It's Rusty Arnold's group. And you'll be able to watch the live interview tomorrow on that group. Okay. I'm answering a text message. I will see. From our comptroller. It's still cold in this museum. Okay, Dub Peacock's in, Charlie's in, Tom Reynolds is in. Who else? Brenda's in. Still have not heard from Scott. He should be calling any minute now. We did not have any questions from Cleburne. In fact, I think they're through with the questions for maybe until the drive, till the giveaway. But that group has given us, I think the first go around they brought 21 bikes and 10 or 15 helmets and 20 so toys, and now they have hello?
Larry, it's Scott.
Yeah. Hey, so I messed up. What? Go ahead.
Oh, I was just calling you because I saw your message.
Check the YouTube deal. I'm on live, but I can't see I don't know what I do when it clicks off the sponsors and all of that stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, give me a sec. I'll go pull it up.
All right.
Okay, I'll call you.
Do what?
I'll call you back here in a second.
Oh, okay. Bye. That was our technical guru, Scott Sumner. If you need any website built or any of that stuff, Scott's the guy to get it done. He works a lot cheaper than other people. Maybe not the cheapest, but the work he does is good. I don't know how he keeps all of this stuff going. We're on about 10 platforms, and gonna add a few to it after the first of the year, I think he said. There's all kinds of platforms you can get on. I don't know why we need to go on anything else anyway. We're at about 190,000 on the Facebook stuff. Anyway, he's going to fix the thing with the sponsors. But Dub Peacock's in, his heating and air conditioning company, A-Bird Heating and Air, or Air and Heating. So if you need to get your central unit checked, now's the time probably to call and make an appointment. Because when it starts getting real cold, you'll be up a creek without a paddle. Also, I looked at the long-range forecast. It says we're going to be, the low for next Saturday is 48 to 61. So that's pretty good. Be almost 50 degrees and doesn't show to be any wind. Partly sunny. God, please stay with that. Over the years, we've had some really inclement weather. The COVID year, the 2020 drive or the 2019 giveaway, it was freezing. I mean, it was misty rain. We were worn out. The line was not that strong ever because it was so cold outside. People just didn't come out. We gave away all of the stuff, but man, it was cold. And then Fort Worth Fire Department Station 8 showed up. Those guys jumped off the truck wearing shorts. And they said, "Where do you want us?" And I said, "Just pass the stuff out. We're going to go warm up." That was not the coldest. In the 90s, it was snowing. It did not snow during the giveaway, and the streets weren't that bad, but that was when I was on West 5th, and we basically had 5th Street closed between Carroll and University. The only side streets they could come on is Foch or over there in Linwood, Templeton. So anyway, we're hoping this is going to be sticks with the weather that we've got. Bill Palmer's in. Good morning. Yeah, if we can stick with that. Bill, if you're in town sometime, I'm available today. I don't have a lot going on tomorrow. I've got that big interview, but I want to run past you the idea that Kyle and I came up with on the 4 lanes. I talked with Jeff Schusler that owns Site Barricades. They gave us the barricades to use last year, so we'll have that parking lot sectioned off into 4 lanes, and in the middle, every 2 lanes in between those cars is going to be an area where there's inventory. And my plan is to have the toys and stuff up at the front instead of at the back, and Sandy and Sherry and that group are going to be solely responsible for the toys. I mean, not like something's going to happen, but they're going to be in charge of giving the toys out. And then so everybody else, and they'll probably need a couple of more people to help them, everybody else will just be worried about giving bikes out and then making sure there's a helmet with every bike, because we got plenty of helmets and plenty of bikes. Tuesday afternoon at 3, we're going to meet the Lockheed people, the International Aerospace and Machinists Union, to get their stuff. They were at 61 with a bunch coming in today, he said. So they'll probably have, that union will probably have 75 or 100. But there's the weld shop and then 2 other unions out there. So the unions at Lockheed will probably bring in 200 that's not even here yet. Then we've got Cops for Kids for 50. We've got Fort Worth Fire Department for 50, and then we've got other restaurants, so we could get another 300 or 400 this week. I don't know where we're going to put them. We've got another warehouse, Kyle was telling me, but we've got that 3,200 square foot warehouse is full, wall to wall. Because he went and got another 22 and put in there, and that pretty much, we got to start stacking on top, and we don't want to do that. So we can house, Cops for Kids will bring theirs here, and I can keep those here because it's only a week away now. And the fire department will come here, but I've got a big container out here I can add to. Okay, so Scott's got us up and running on our hello. Hold on, let me get the, wait a minute. Okay, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to give the sponsors now. How do I do that? What do I do that I don't need to be doing?
Here, let me have the mouse for a sec.
You can tell me later after I go. Oh, okay, I'm seeing you.
View and then reset.
Okay, so that's on view.
Yeah, that'll get you back to where you started.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. You're probably just bumping the mouse or something.
Okay. All right, let me give the sponsors here. Casey Crawl, and that enrolling for Medicare is over tomorrow. Y'all need to get enrolled, so call Casey Crawl Insurance, Medicare. And let me get to here to the others. I always start at the wrong. There's the Casey Crawl, local agents, local care. Our YouTube channel is YouTube at Fort Worth Memories. Okay. Then we're at Clay Winstead Paint and Body. I just sent them 2 customers yesterday. Techstar Pools. They will build you a pool, remodel yours, fix yours, and all of the surrounding area there, the landscaping. They do all of that. Swartz and Hanson Architects. Rex Benson has 2 businesses with us. Rex's Bar and Grill, which is in the old Macaroni Grill on University. Then, of course, he has Old South Pancake House. Rains Plumbing. They are a family-owned plumbing business. And I've gotten a lot of good reviews out of them, too. Railhead Barbecue, Charlie Guerin. We all know where that is. Charlie's on the board of Larry's Kids. Passport Getaways is our travel agency. If you want to plan a cruise or a trip or whatever, you want to go to England, let them fix you up. Optimus Tree Sale is the Optimus Club. They're on the front side of Farrington Field selling Christmas trees, and I talked to Jeff Norman yesterday. They're going to bring our tree over Monday morning. So we'll get that underway. I got to make room in here. I don't know where we're going to put it. Ginger is the one that's our official tree decorator. In fact, she's already brought ornaments. If I could just remember where I put them, I'll be in good shape. There's Old South Pancake House. The one on University is open 24/7. There's one in Burleson that closes at 9 or 10 o'clock at night. K Ranch Roofing and Construction. Jorge and Bree are always ready, able, and willing to take your phone calls and get somebody out to check your roof. Don't get a ladder and try to climb up there and see if you got damage. Let them come out. Okay, moving right along. Jenny Stewart has the State Farm Insurance Company. A lot of our members have switched to Jenny. David Hart and his wife Sherry, they're always very active in the community, Hart Painting. Another family owned, and David Hart's business is family owned. Another family owned business is Cross Electric, if you need an electrician. And you can get the sponsors list on FortWorthMemories.com or YouTube at Fort Worth Memories. So you can go on there and pull up our sponsors and make the phone call and get them start doing business with you. Fort Worth Lumber Company, they've always been sponsors of our group and our bike and toy giveaway. Scott, we need to change that. Fort Worth High Tech Signs is no longer a sponsor. They didn't renew.
Okay.
Express Dent, Dick Regester started that company a million years ago, and the operating partner is Eric. They're down on Carroll and White Settlement Road. So if you got hail dings, door dings, whatever, they can fix you. Dickey Carr, Sand and Gravel, Pat and Richard Carr are very active in community, helping people out. They're sponsors on our group, and they were the first to make a big donation this year to Larry's Kids. They wrote a check for $5,000. So thank you to Pat and Richard Carr. And then here's Richard's nephew, Dickie Carr. He has Grateful for Your Trees. So if you got a tree issue, you need one pulled up, a stump ground down, firewood, whatever, trim trees, they do it all. That is Richard's nephew. Steve Coburn with Coburn's Catering. If you got a party or some event you want to have it catered, Steve Coburn's the man to get a hold of. Burt Ladner Real Estate, of course, our friend and fellow member Wes Williams is associated with that organization. And there is Dub Peacock's A-Bird AC and Heating Inc. If you need your unit worked on, he's the one that can do it. Some more people that will be at the giveaway is Cook's Children's Safety Group. Several different groups are going to be there to help participate. And then, of course, we need y'all. So people always want to thank me for it. I'm just driving the bus. It's y'all. It's our group. We're the ones that do this stuff. We're the ones that try to help wherever we can. During the COVID year, we had 9 drives. I don't know how we did it, but we did it. Because these bike giveaways are easily over $100,000. But we gave away diapers and paper towels, toilet paper, water. At Thanksgiving, we gave over 200 and something turkeys from Kroger up here, plus all the canned goods, all that stuff. We were even, myself and John Penn were down here Thanksgiving morning, and we gave out tons of stuff. So I appreciate everything that y'all do and that we work together on it. Okay, so I got to start rearranging this museum, moving toys and stuff around for our interview for tomorrow. Scott, you got anything else? I'm going to show everybody. Y'all need to order these the 2024 Christmas ornaments, Fort Worth Memories Christmas ornaments. Scott builds and makes us a new ornament every year. The theme of this year is our Fort Worth Memories subway car. And see, it's got a little place up there where you put a hook on it and then put it on the tree. And it comes in a gazillion colors. Not a gazillion, but there's the colors. So message Scott, he can take care of you. They're $10 each, and if you buy 2 or more, they're $9 each. And the cutoff date is the 14th. So you got a few days left, but you need to get your order in so you can get your tree decorated. Scott brought us a set that Ginger will put on our tree come Monday. And so there's Bobby Jones. The forecast for Saturday week is 48 to 61, so we should be good. Partly cloudy. Should be a heck of a good day. Bobby Jones always helps every year with our giveaway. He and Toby Jackson, and Toby has brought several of those school board trustees. I guess that's their title. Toby does a heck of a good job on giving this to help kids all year round, not just at the holiday season. You see her post all the time. She's very involved in helping the kiddos out. And recently I've interviewed probably 15 or 20 school teachers, and I've asked every one of them, what's the fix it? What does it take to fix the school deal? And out of about 20 people, I hadn't had any two of them tell me the same thing. Woody is in. Good morning. There's Stacy Shores. Stacy's very active in our community. Something else I want to touch on. It doesn't matter who you voted for. It looks like the atmosphere in the United States and the world has changed dramatically. Whether you were for the Trump administration coming in or against it, it's time that we work together and quit worrying about who you voted for. You're all Americans. You live on the greatest country in the world, in my opinion. So let's try to work together, and that goes for the city government too. I've listened to people. David Cook, our city manager, our form of government here is city manager run government. He makes all the decisions really, but of course he works hand in hand with the county commissioners and the city council and the mayor. Mr. Chapa, it looks like is going to be the nominee or the person that gets the nod, and I've had nothing but good experience with Mr. Chapa. So let's try to work with everybody. You know, we're the 12th largest city in the United States. We got a lot of issues in front of us. Homeless, I tell people all the time, we've got over 230,000 families under poverty in Tarrant County. So yeah, he's a good choice. I think moving forward, and of course this year, in our coming up year, 2025, we're going to have city council and mayor's race up for grabs too. So all I ask is that you vote. If you don't vote, we're never going to have any change. So you can vote for whoever. We've got a nonpartisan city council group, and we've got some good council members on there. I'm sure we're going to have a lot of good candidates running on the upcoming deal. Toby runs 12 to 14 hours a day for the kids. Oh yeah, no, she does. I'd hate to be in her shoes. She's on the go all the time. I've been at a couple of events that she's put together. So, and that's what it's all about. It's all of us are trying to help out our kids and the families of these kids so that we can have a better city government, a better state government, a better United States government. The child that we give a bike, a helmet, and 2 toys to might one day run for the president's job. So let's try to put all the nitpicking to rest. I mean, let's get behind this new administration. I would have said the same thing if it was the Harris administration. I might not have liked it, but because I think that there is a lot of graft or a lot of monies that are given away that shouldn't be. But this new administration, they're going to line item check each deal and see where we need to make a change. The federal government is like everything else. You need to have a cleaning of the house. Let's get some new stuff going here, because where we're going is downhill. And as bad as that is, we're still the greatest country in the world. So I try to keep the politics out of it. Y'all all know I'm conservative, but it takes all of us to make this thing work. So please help us out. Well, get your day started, Stacy. Have a good one. I bounce ideas off Stacy on my ride home every day. She has the pulse of what's going on with the council and the commissioners, and so I always know that I can get good information from Stacy. Okay, so Scott, you got anything to add? Hello.
Nope. I'm good.
All right, brother.
I'll have guest the score up later today.
Do I? Oh, the guest. Yeah, that's a Monday night game.
So we got a little bit of time.
Yeah, so get that going, and you can sign us off of YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay, and I've got memories. Love all of you. See you later.
It was my fault. I'm not going to be punished. This Lois Lane in her newspaper, I'm not going to let her turn me into a scared little girl. Nuh-uh. I'm staying here.
Whatever. In the meantime, we'll assign